You think your workplace gossip is brutal? Wait until you hear what palace staff have been calling Prince Andrew behind closed doors. Spoiler alert, it's not Your Royal Highness. I'm talking about nicknames so cutting, so absolutely merciless, that they make Randy Andy sound like a term of endearment. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why even Jeffrey Epstein had a particularly vicious name for our dear Duke of York. But first, let me tell you about the nickname that's currently doing the rounds at Buckingham Palace that's so brilliant. It's almost Shakespearean in its cruelty. Welcome back to Royal Cookies, where we serve up the juiciest royal gossip with a side of heart-wrenching humanity. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Now, if you thought Prince Andrew's nickname journey started with recent scandals, think again. This man has been collecting unflattering monikers like their frequent flyer points, which is actually quite fitting, as you'll see. Prince Andrew earned the nickname Air Miles Andy due to his frequent travels. And this was before all the Epstein drama kicked off. Imagine being so notorious for jetting around that people literally name you after a loyalty program. It's like being called Nectar Points Nigel or Club Card Caroline, except with royal privilege and taxpayer money. But here's where it gets really delicious. This nickname wasn't even his first. Oh no, our Andrew's been earning creative epithets since his school days. He was nicknamed the Sniggerer by his schoolmates at Gordonstown, because of his penchant for off-color jokes, at which he laughed inordinately. The Snigger. Can you imagine? Even at school, his classmates were basically saying this guy laughs at his own inappropriate jokes too much. And honestly, that tracks. That absolutely tracks. But if you think Air Miles Andy and the Sniggerer are harsh, wait until you hear what palace insiders are calling him now. And trust me, it involves pork. The youngest brother of King Charles, who has been living an isolated life at the Royal Lodge, is being called Duke of Pork among palace insiders. Duke of Pork. I mean, the creativity, the wordplay. It's Duke of York but with pork because, well, let's just say recent events have made him about as popular as a bacon sandwich at a bar mitzvah. The palace staff have basically turned his actual title into a roast, literally and figuratively. But wait, there's more. Because apparently Andrew's talent for earning nicknames extends to his professional life too. Andrew notoriously earned the nickname His Buffoon Highness after botching the sale of British-made Hawk aircraft to Bahrain. His Buffoon Highness. That's not just a nickname. That's a character assassination with a royal flourish. Imagine being so spectacularly bad at your job that people replace royal with buffoon in your title. It's like being called His Incompetent Excellence or Her Disaster Majesty. The man literally ignored his official brief and suggested the King of Bahrain buy from someone else instead. It's like being a McDonald's employee and recommending Burger King to customers. Except with international trade relations and millions of pounds at stake. But here's where it gets really interesting. Because Andrew isn't the only one collecting brutal nicknames at the palace. He's got company, and their shared moniker is absolutely perfect. Now this is where the palace nickname game reaches peak performance. Because apparently staff have been so fed up with TWO particular royals that they've created a group nickname. And it's * chef's kiss * perfection. Harry and Andrew are known as the Dukes of Hazzard by royal courtiers. The Dukes of Hazzard. I'm actually impressed by the palace staff's pop culture knowledge here. For those too young to remember, The Dukes of Hazzard was a show about two cousins who constantly got into trouble and caused chaos wherever they went. Sound familiar? It's like the royal household looked at Harry and Andrew and thought, you know what these two need? A sitcom-inspired collective noun that perfectly captures their ability to create absolute mayhem. Prince Andrew and Prince Harry have been given a brutal four-word nickname by palace staff, who are said to have been exasperated by the actions of the two dukes. Exasperated is doing some heavy lifting there, isn't it? That's like saying the Titanic had a slight water problem. Think about it. You've got Harry over in California dropping truth bombs in interviews and Netflix documentaries, while Andrew's dealing with, well, everything else. Between them, they've given the palace PR team more headaches than a concussion clinic. The beauty of Dukes of Hazzard is that it works on so many levels. They're both dukes, they're both hazardous to the monarchy's reputation, and they both seem to have a talent for finding trouble even when they're actively trying to avoid it. Right? Prepare yourselves because this next nickname is absolutely savage, and it comes from perhaps the most inappropriate source possible. Jeffrey Epstein reportedly called Prince Andrew a useful idiot behind his back, according to a bombshell new book. That's not just a nickname. That's a full psychological assessment delivered in 2 words. It's brutal, it's clinical, and coming from Epstein, it's absolutely chilling. He's basically saying Andrew was smart enough to be useful but too naive to realize he was being used. It's like being called a convenient fool or handy moron. Except this comes from someone who apparently saw Andrew as nothing more than a gateway to legitimacy and royal connections. The fact that Epstein felt comfortable enough to call a member of the British royal family a useful idiot behind his back tells you everything you need to know about how he viewed that relationship. And here's the thing that makes this even more brutal. Epstein was apparently right about the useful part. Andrew's connections, his status, his access, all of it was incredibly valuable to someone like Epstein. But here's what's really wild. All these nicknames, from schoolmates to palace staff to convicted criminals, they all seem to be pointing to the same conclusion about our dear Duke. If you're obsessed with royal strategy and environmental impact like I am, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Cookies because we're serving up the most sustainable royal content on YouTube. And remember, in a world full of fast fashion and royal scandals, sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is wear your values on your sleeve, preferably in a gorgeous shade of green. Sophie's proving that environmental activism isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become. Until next time, keep munching on those eco-friendly royal cookies.